Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay. Today we are so grateful. We have Wesley Chan with us today. Okay. Um, he is a very young and energetic uh, Wesley Chan. I can see very unique Wesley Chan. We're so grateful to have our speaker for today, okay, who has been training and speaking and coaching more than 120 people for the past 9 years across 20 cities, okay. With his engaging, energetic, and passionate delivery, he has been featured 3 times on TEDx platform. Can you imagine at a young age? Okay, let us welcome, okay, our sales breakthrough coach and keynote speaker, Mr. Wesley Chan. Yay!
Hello, thank you so much for having me, Philomena. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Wesley, I am so excited because you know why? We are here in KK, you're there in KL. That we
Yeah,
can actually exchange, okay? We can exchange knowledge and then we can learn from you a lot today,
yeah,
okay? We have set up few questions, few important questions, and then
yes,
at the end, we will ask and we will invite one guest to come in and also ask her questions, okay?
yep.
So Wesley, without further ado, can we start with our first question?
Oh yeah, bombs away. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. So Wesley, you are widely known as a sales breakthrough coach
Mm-hmm,
and also a keynote speaker.
mm-hmm.
So this is really a big achievement, you know, at a young age like you.
Thank you.
You can briefly share, can you briefly share with us your journey to such a successful status? Did you start off with being a sales career yourself?
Oh, okay. So thanks for having me here, Philomena. And want to just do a shout out and thanks for
Mm,
approaching me. And
mm,
just so that you know, a lot of people here ask me, hey, so how did you manage to get this Facebook Live? Hey, how come people from KK want to interview you? My friend asked, right? Because it was Philomena that reached out to me through on Facebook. She watched one of those Facebook Live. I think it was Amanda. And then she
mm,
approached me and said, okay, so why not we do it, right? Because
mm,
for salespeople as well. So
mm.
yeah, for those of you joining this right now, thank you so much for your time. And in case for those of you who are watching this right now, perhaps you can drop us a hi so I know we are watching this right now. So yeah, so you asked a very interesting question, Philomena. And so I started my career as a chemical engineer. Ah, like, what? um, so many years ago, Philo, so I
Uh,
was a chemical engineer. I graduated from UTP Petronas, University Technology Petronas, as a chemical engineer.
uh-huh.
I used to work for a very short time in this company called ExxonMobil over in
Mhm,
Port Dickson in PD as a process engineer. So after that, I decided I wanted to pursue my passion. I love speaking, meeting people, coaching, psychology, human habits. And that's when I took a leap of faith and I want to venture into something totally out from my comfort zone. So there I was, very young, now I'm young also. Yeah, I took a leap of faith and against all odds, and I wanted to venture into training. Now the thing is that I can't be a trainer straight away because who am I to speak, share, inspire? So therefore, you got it right. I started my journey as a salesperson like anybody else, and I began my sales career as a distributor for an online education company. So I used to do like door-to-door knocking, cold calls, prospecting calls, follow-up, and things like that. So that was many years ago. So I go and sell. And then it was a point of time that I became one of the top income earners of the company. And then I was being absorbed as the internal trainer, internal speaker. So that somehow started unofficially my
wow.
training career.
Uh,
And then I liked it. So I used to conduct like orientation for distributors, orientation for new salespeople and all. So do. And then after some time, I decided I also want to venture my own business. That's when I partnered with my friend.
mm,
We also ventured into also education, but for schools.
mm,
So that's when we did motivation talk, academic seminars for schools. After
mm.
some time, I decided I think I want to venture fully into training. That's when I set up my own training company. And yep, so then there it goes. So the rest is history. So yeah, so
Wow.
I've been doing this for the past 9 years in training. Yeah.
Wow. So which means that we by working the numbers back,
Yeah.
okay. So 9 years. So
Yeah.
you were quite at, you graduated and you worked and it's quite a young age, you know. So you were exposed into this
Mm.
like early 20s, I can say, your
Yeah.
early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early 20s. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I want to salute you. Okay. So
Thank
you
you.
managed to find your passion at the
Yeah.
early age. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
that's
you,
that's a very dangerous word to use. Passion. I'm gonna share with you my story later.
okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the second question. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
how long have you, so you've been doing this sales for like, I mean, before you start out, you were saying that
Uh-huh.
you were working for this company, and then
Uh-huh.
how long was it? How long was it? Is it
The time I well, that was in like 2001 to 2014, 2015. That's like 3 4 years. So in between I was
mm,
also already training.
mm,
So my first time holding the mic until now is 9 years. For that time sales career was 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
wow. Salute you again. Salute. No wonder TEDx called you. I see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, my next question to you.
Yeah.
So I can see your YouTube, you're busy doing your YouTube. So you are busy during your MCO. Can you share with us what other than YouTube, what other activities do you do that gives you the energy to carry on your activities during this pandemic?
Okay, so interesting enough, YouTube is not my main focus. I only post on YouTube just to host the videos.
Mm,
So primarily, I run training, coaching, and speaking now as I conduct sessions, virtual sessions, coaching sessions, ranging from e-learning, offline, online. So that's what I do. So I
mm,
generally help salespeople and business owners to double their sales under 12 months. That's like our tagline.
mm,
And so YouTube is one of the things that we do. So during MCO, interesting enough. So during the initial days of MCO, to be honest, I was also quite lost because before MCO, our whole company's business model is derived purely 100% on physical training. It's in face-to-face training. So you run sales training, leadership training, people management, NLP programs
mm,
for corporates,
mm,
and very minimal for the public. So
mm,
then we run all face-to-face. So when MCO
mm,
kicked in, when they say, okay, all of you cannot move out from your house, that's when we were in shock. So we managed to pivot. Shout out to my team who's very supportive. So, and we changed our entire model to virtual training. And I can still
mm.
remember our very first virtual that time. We didn't know what to do. We're going to just take a black screen and just go whack, just go whack. And that was the first milestone that we had. We ran the first virtual training, and my first virtual training was a 3 hours program for a company in Penang. And
Uh,
they want, because it was supposed to be physical,
uh-huh.
and they didn't wanted to cancel off the training. So they say, hey, Wesley, can you turn this exact training into virtual? I say, okay. Of course, the pay you cannot reduce. I say, okay, no problem, right? Then I run for 3 hours now. And that was the first spark of our virtual journey.
Mm,
Ever since then, we have actually calculated throughout MCO, we have conducted more than 70 virtual sessions. We have conducted more than 100 coaching virtual sessions as well. So
wow.
these are things that have been running. And so if
Mm,
you ask me, one of the lessons learned is this: change what you cannot accept and accept what you cannot change.
I like that.
Now, I know a lot of salespeople and business owners could be struggling, could be,
Mm,
and
mm,
I think pivot is the way to go. Now, I'm not saying this just to motivate people. I'm saying this based on my very biased experience, because when